JD and Rita, and welcome back to Theater Opening Night. It's been a couple of months since we interviewed Bishop Hartley for set of Alice in Wonderland last fall. So, JD, it is your second time being in this interview, I believe, and a virtual theater production. So how is this, different from, for your department and for you personally?
Well, this particular virtual experience is different because while it's being filmed, it's not being filmed as if it was a movie like we did Alice in Wonderland. This is more like a filmed version of a play. So there's not going to be a whole lot of angles, camera tricks, or the green screen we use for the Cheshire Cat. And because of that, for me at least, I think this is more, it feels very similar to if we were just on stage, because we had to, cheat out, watch our spacing, and make sure we weren't on top of each other because we're filming it as if this was a play because we can't do it live, unfortunately. And I think that was very helpful to me because I'm very, very physical, and it was just so much easier to not sit and just have to say your lines. You could move, you could express yourself as this was on stage because that's how we filmed it. And I think that was maybe the second best part of this whole production besides the cast.
Yeah. So let's talk Clue. Tell me and the audience your role in Clue.
I play the role of Mrs. White. She's a super mysterious character, very much like an icy woman. It's such fun to play her though, because she's got all these funny little quips, and she's so quiet. So when she talks, everyone kind of jumps. She just comes out of nowhere. She's definitely reserved, but it was so much fun to play such a cold character. She's so menacing. It was a super power moment. I loved it.
And I play the role of Wadsworth in Clue. Wadsworth is the main butler of the Body Manor, and he's British, so with a RP posh accent and sophisticated mannerisms. And it was just a lot of fun to be Wadsworth, since he had the accent and a sort of sarcastic, dry wit humor. But he's also got a level of physical comedy, and as well as the whole ending recap monologue, that was probably the best and most intimidating part to play as Wadsworth, because I cannot mess that up. It's the same thing as flames on the side of my face. It's part of the movie. You can't mess it up. So that was by far the best part to play.
So, Rita, I know about the board game Clue, but not the stage show. Can you give us a quick elevator speech of what the viewers can expect?
Yeah, so it's basically a game come to life. It's very much a comedy. It's super funny, and it's very classic murder mystery, but it has a bit of a twist toward as you get farther into it. And my best advice while watching, you have to pay close attention. Because honestly, sometimes I would get lost. It's super complicated, but so funny.
JD, this is a question for you. This isn't your first time performing in an online production. Can you tell us what you're feeling about Clue's opening night and how it may be different from the last opening night, and how it may be different from a traditional opening night?
I'm feeling really good about Clue's opening night. It's a little different from last year's because last year was the first time we did an online production. And because of that, I think I was more nervous than usual since I was just scared about how it was going to turn out. But I am really proud of the work my castmates did, and I don't think my performance would be as good as it without them. So I'm really excited for Clue's opening night, even more I think from the more traditional opening nights, because on more traditional opening nights you're I'm on stage, people are coming. But with Clue, it's I'm on my couch, I got a bowl of popcorn, I'm yep, I'm on TV, and just you're eating. It's gonna be awesome. I know that, but it is still very sad to not have a traditional opening night because that's why we go to the theater, because it's you get to see your friends on stage, or you're on stage and you can see your friends in the audience. It's just so much fun. I miss it.
How long did the rehearsal process take? In person, virtual, and with masks?
The rehearsal first started on Zoom in January, and right away you meet the cast. I just knew they were going to be awesome. It was such good chemistry. And so we did about a month and a half of rehearsal, and we started doing in person after about a week or so with masks on. And it's crazy how different Zoom rehearsal is from in person, because being able to see everyone's body language and the spacing makes so much difference. So it was interesting to do both.
It is really weird for stage performers right now. So what kind of advice would you guys give performers and crew members?
I think, my best advice, especially for virtual stuff, just roll with it. It's going to be different. It's going to be weird, but there's going to be challenges, but solving them and overcoming them like with like the rest of your crew is just so much fun. It's such a good bonding experience.
Don't be afraid is my advice. Don't think what people are going to say, because people are always going to say something, so don't worry about them. I remember my first audition was to be in the junior production of Lion King. People were like talking like, oh, you're going to do the play? Mm-hmm. And like giving that little like side eye, oh, he's going to be in theater. And if I had to listen to them, I probably wouldn't be here on this interview and have as much memories and joy as I have now. So just don't be afraid. And like Rita said, you're going to run into challenges, but going through them with your crew and cast members who become your friends and almost like family, it can be really, really fun.
Your director, he's pretty amazing. Do you have anything to tell our viewers about him, or anything you wish to tell him personally?
He is just so much fun to work with. It's hard to explain just how much fun he is. This is my first show, so I was super nervous, but I felt so welcome right away, especially from him. He really lets you like express yourself. You have like this creative input, and it's so cool. He makes you feel heard. You know that he's listening to you.
Yeah, this is my 10th show at Hartley. And I honestly have to give most of my growth as an actor and knowledge of theater to Mr. Calora. Like, I remember being a freshman, and like Rita said, it was so welcome. You didn't feel out of place. You just fit right in. I mean, I could ask questions as a freshman, have no judgment, and you just, like Rita said, you feel like your ideas are heard, and that's what you need out of a director, because if you have a bad director, you're gonna have a bad show sometimes. And like, Mr. Calora is just amazing. He's so much fun as well. Like, I can't say enough good things about him.
He sounds fun. He sounds really fun. We know that artists and theaters are struggling right now. So can you tell us how we can support Bishop Hartley's theater and get tickets for Clue? Because I want to see it.
Okay, so tickets are on sale now. Clue will run from March 17th to the 21st with on-demand viewing. Tickets are $8 for singles, $25 for households, and $35 for large groups. The link to buy tickets should be published when this interview is released, or it will be included on Bishop Hartley's theater social media pages. And to support Bishop Hartley Theater, you can buy tickets and then share it on social media.
Perfect. I really want to watch it. I personally love Clue. I love it. I think it's so fun. And I actually, surprisingly, both of you, Mrs. White and Wadsworth, are my favorite characters. I love them so much. They are so amazing. So thank you for joining me today for this interview. I'm so excited to see Clue. I cannot wait.
I can't wait for you to see it.
I'm so excited. Thank you, Duggan.
So thank you for letting me interview today. And we will definitely be watching your production of Clue 100%. So sending positive vibes to the entire cast and crew. Break legs and see you back at the stage door.